Man, howdy folks. We had quite the storm here in San Antonio. Well, actually it wasn't that bad. But I was like, for sure the lights are gonna turn out. So I had a candle, flashlight, little LED light so I could read still. And it rained. It's got really dark, really ugly. But it rained for like an hour and petered out. And everything looks good now. I'm telling everyone that point an ear in my direction, man. I gotta work tomorrow. I don't want to. I'm off on the weekends. Saturday, I told this guy to work for him. But okay. I got a letter from my buddy Lom Conroy. He does a zine called Film Trauma. You can find it on Instagram. So see what he has to say. He has this little like a PS, but at the top he's like, "Hey man, I was gonna send this right after I got your letter, but I didn't have a stamp." Hey Artie, what is up, my man? I haven't written a letter in probably like 10 years, so I will do my best to write legibly. Thanks for the zine. I had just seen it a couple of days before you sent me that one. So thanks so much. It's decent, but could have a few more pages. Speaking of zines, I'm about halfway through the next Film Trauma zine. I had a ton of crap come up and haven't been able to work on it or anything else in about 6 months. But if I get through the remaining movies I want to cover for it sooner than May, cover what? The remaining movies I want to cover for it sooner, then maybe have it out pretty soon. Well, yeah, I almost forgot. I was looking for the Dangerous Seductress DVD, and your old video, Drunk Reviews, came up. I dig the music. The title card intro would be rad if you use that again. That was when like YouTube had the editing. Now you can't edit on YouTube. I just don't know how to edit. I should learn, but also gotta say I haven't been to the library since I was a kid, and you make it look fun. I feel like I need to go back and check it out. Have you ever seen Mom and Dad with Nick Cage? I thought it was pretty fun. It came out around the same time as Mandy, so I think people mostly missed that one, but it was fun, and Cage was okay in it. Yeah, I did see it. I can't remember. I think I just saw it on demand, but I might have gotten it from the library. I'm going to watch Moloch because you said it was good. I saw him like Barbarian. It was an anthology, and I don't think most people get that. Most people I know that watched it seemed confused by the format. Justin Long was killing me when he was measuring everything. They legit show how California real estate is. Haha. Have you seen I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu? It's on Tubi, and it fucking sucks. Was it a comedy? Was it a commentary on revenge? Don't know. If you watch it, tell me what you think or review it. That book Thor sounds pretty good. I'll probably get the Kindle version. There's a phone app for Kindle if you don't mind reading on your phone. Also getting that book anthology with the layman short in it. That sounds really good. Yeah, man. The Hunt is just the best thing I've read in so long. It's layman. I read Layman's Endless Night, and that was great. That opening scene is one of the best I've ever read. If you wrote a whole book like that chapter, it would probably be the greatest book ever. For me, anyway. If you do get the Kindle app, all of the Guyan Smith werewolf books are in an anthology for $4.99. I still need to read Slime Beast. Just haven't had the time to read recently. Hey, want to hear my suggestions for a bunch of black metal bands? Joking. But you should tell everyone you love Ghost Bath, Death Heaven, but probably don't. There's some killer old thrash from Germany and stuff. Can't remember any names. You ever get any Doom Sludge metal? Anyway, I probably yapped enough for this letter. Hope you're doing well and keep making the vids. I dig them. Talk to you later. Your friend Lom. And then he wrote some little things on the side. It's true that pets are a big responsibility. Glad you called that out. Someone posted some good DVD scores on Big Lots. Try there yet? No, I haven't been. I think we have Big Lots. Yeah, I've actually got. I remember I got Kung Fu Zombie from Big Lots a long time ago. So thanks, Mom. I'm gonna work on your letter tonight. Uh, it's been a busy week for me too. But I'll get back to you. Maybe I can mail out your letter tomorrow. So I guess that's a good lead into the movie I'm gonna review. Capote. So this is directed by Bennett Miller. I I forgot he did something else. Can't remember what he did. But I cannot believe that this is from 2005. Watching it, this seems like it could have come out this year. It looks so good, and just, I mean, I know if he wasn't dead, like I could, if you said this came out in 2018, 2020, 2023, um, I believe it. And I only got it because of Philip Seymour Hoffman. I don't know much about Truman Capote. I did read In Cold Blood a long time ago, and I do remember liking it. I just, I don't remember. I remember I was getting my GED at the time, and I would take it with me and read it there. And I remember spending a lot of time with it, and that it was good. And the only reason I read it because that was Richard Ramirez's favorite book. The movie deals with him writing the book and the relationship he built with Perry White. No, no, not Perry White. His name's not Perry White. As the editor of the Daily Planet. Um, well, where he Perry, I just call him Perry, and I think the other guy was Jack. I guess he was cordial with Jack, but he really became friends with Perry, and it's just him, just Truman mostly. And like I said, I didn't know much about. I did not know he was like best lifelong friends with Harper Lee, uh, the writer of To Kill a Mockingbird. I think that's amazing that two great writers who wrote great books were friends. They met when like they were 5, and they remained friends until Capote died in 1984. And I think Harper Lee is still alive. She became like a recluse or doesn't make public appearances. Anyway, Harper Lee's played by Keener. What's her name? What's her name? Catherine Keener. I know her from 40-Year-Old Virgin. Yeah, everyone is great in here, but Clifton Gonzalez. Is his name? No, Clifton Collins Jr. He plays Perry. I've always liked him, but he's really good in this. But Capote, yeah, he's very flamboyant gay man. He was small dude. I looked at Philip Seymour Hoffman. It's like 5'10", but somehow they actually made him look like a little dude, like my height. And he lost 40 pounds to play the role. Like he's such a good actor. And I looked up a video of Capote, and Hoffman became him. Like the way he talks, his mannerisms. Like I don't know how he did it, and why he would kill himself. Like everyone loved him, everyone respected what a great actor he was, and he just still, OD'd on drugs. The movie is very somber. It is very slow paced, but and I did watch it in like 4 segments, but not that it wasn't boring. I just like I had to go to sleep or I wanted to like work on a zine. You know, I can't. I don't want, especially right now. I'm typing out all the reviews for the zine, and so I need time uh, to do everything. So I spread it out over like 2 days, maybe 2 or 3 days. And yes, it is very slow paced, very maybe slow paced. If I could think of a better word, methodical, maybe thoughtful. And then again, it's not a movie. It's not, it's not Lady Terminator. It's not Dangerous Seductress. It's not Blood Freak or Full Contact or Beast of the Yellow Night. I had no interest in this movie when it came out. I still can't believe it. It's like 19, like 18 years old. So yeah, it is just. I'd have no interest in movies like this, especially nowadays. But because of Hoffman, I watched it, I enjoyed it, and made me want to work on my zine harder. Like the way Capote talked about writing, and the way it made him feel, and how he felt about his books. I was like, man, I'm glad I do a zine. Like it's not a book, but it's something. It's some form of writing, and it just inspired me to work harder on the zine and just make it better. Because he really believed in himself, and I remember liking in Cold Blood. I don't remember being totally blown away by it. I kind of want to read it now. The only other thing I know he read, it said he didn't do much. He wrote Breakfast at Tiffany's, and I was like, that doesn't sound interesting to me. But I've read so many bad books. I don't know what else he's written. They say he's like one of America's greatest writers, if not the greatest American writer. And he is good. He's also very manipulative, and he lies and denies, but he's just very sensitive. He seemed like a very sensitive person from Philip Seymour Hoffman's portrayal of him. Oh, man, what's to score it? I don't know, man. I would say a 4.5, just because it's so slow. But there is actually like violence and bloodshed when the first thing you see, like a girl goes into the clutter house, and she sees her friend like in bed, and there's a blood splatter on the wall. You don't see like brains or nothing, but you see her like on her side with facing towards the wall, and there's blood on the wall. And it's very stark and realistic looking. And at the end, they do show the murders like real quick. I wasn't expecting to see them because they cut the father's throat and they shot him, and then they went and shot. It was mom, dad, son, and daughter, and they go and they shoot them in their beds, and that was pretty brutal. It was very disturbing. It wasn't, like Toxic Avenger gore or Friday the 13th. It's just very realistic and horrible to watch, which is good. What else? But it's only on this one part of Capote's life. You don't see. He talks about his childhood, but it's just when he was writing his book and how it affected him and how he affected everyone around him. I was surprised, like they would let him sit in the cell with Perry, and I was like, oh, do they? I guess they did. They let him do that. There's a part where he tells the warden, he's like, I need unlimited access to the prisoner. I need to be able to talk to him as long as I want. I need to be in there. And I was like, how does this little effeminate dude get his way like he did? I don't know. So yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman, this might be his greatest role. He is one of the best actors. I watched Raging Bull and Cape Fear. I guess De Niro is more bombastic and loud and really good and scary and convincing. And I guess Philip Seymour Hoffman is like the opposite of that. He doesn't yell in here. He doesn't ever raises his voice. But man, it was so good. I would watch it again. Even it's not a solid 2 hours. It's like hour 48 and then credits. But I'm very glad I saw it. And if you like Philip Seymour Hoffman, you should watch it too.